Hey everybody, Dave here with another miniature unboxing video for you. And this time we are looking at the very first of the Starfinder battle boosters. This is a new series called Planets of Peril, and it's from the same company, WizKids, that does the Pathfinder Battles miniatures. So we should have a similar look at, should have similar quality. But let's just go ahead and dive in. As usual, I've purchased a case of these miniatures and figure let's just open one of the bricks. A brick is 8 boosters and a case is 4 bricks. And just kind of see what we get. As usual, I have not looked online to see what any of the miniatures are before diving in, so I like to be surprised whenever I open these for the first time. And also should mention that there's kind of good news and bad news when it comes to this new series of Starfinder miniatures. The good news is that these are cheaper than the regular Pathfinder miniatures. The last set of Pathfinder miniatures, they were $19.99 per booster pack. So suggested retail, you can find them, discounted some places, but suggested retail was $19.99. These Starfinder battle miniatures are only $14.99, so they're $5 less per booster box. That's the good news. The bad news, and I don't even know if it's really that bad, but the other news is that these are only going to be 3 miniatures per box instead of the usual 4 miniatures per box. Also, it's a smaller series size. The last Pathfinder set was 52 miniatures, and in that set, Planets of Peril is only 32. So it's basically a slightly downsized offering from what we're used to with the Pathfinder battles. I'm assuming that it's because they're kind of testing new waters here with Starfinder battles. And so they're lowering the number of sculpts they have to create, the number of different miniatures they have to mass produce, and therefore they're also lowering the cost by giving us 3 instead of 5. Sorry, 3 instead of 4. But my initial thoughts going into this is I don't think that's really a downside. Yeah, sure, I'd like to have 52 in a series, but as long as they're discounting the cost of the box, then I'm cool with it. Give me 32 at $5 cheaper per booster. If it was $20 per booster, I'm only getting 3. I'd be a little disappointed. Another thing I want to consider when I get through this is previously the Pathfinder Battles miniatures always used to guarantee 1 size large per box. I don't know if they're doing that in this set. In fact, the last Pathfinder Battle set stopped saying that they guaranteed one large figure per box, and not only did I get at least 1 large or huge per box out of that set, there were several that I got 2. So it was a good thing that they stopped the guarantee of 1 per box. But okay, I'm gonna take a second and lower the camera here, and then we'll get digging in. All right, so let's get to it. Here's box 1, booster 1 of my first brick. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. We've got Out of the Base, and like the last Pathfinder series, the last Pathfinder series wrote the names on the bottom of the transparent bases. I just couldn't read them. This time, it looks like they've just stopped printing that. I know I've seen this sort of floating amoeba species before. I think one of them was in one of the space stations in what was it called? Against the Aeon Throne. That was the adventure path I ran. Reminds me of Mass Effect. Those like jellyfish aliens. But that is a large size base. So we have 1 large size mini already in our first booster we opened. And let's see what we got here. See if here we go. Yeah, gnarly looking guy. I think probably like a member of the Swarm. I know there's an entire adventure path about this one. This one does have something written on the bottom. If we can try to read that, Swarm Coravox, I think it says. Number 7 of 32. So, yeah, so if I do run another Starfinder campaign, I was actually looking at that, the one with the Swarm in it, as a contender. And I know nobody who has run it. So if anybody out there viewing this right now has run that adventure path, let me know in the comments what you think. Hopefully you liked it, because I was reading the first adventure in it, and it looked pretty cool. Oop. So again, I have no clue what this is. It just looks like the head of something with some sort of bony crown. I'm going to have to go through my Alien Archive hardbacks to figure out what some of these aliens are. But that is our first booster, our first box. So let's dig into the second one. I've been using the old Star Wars Saga Edition miniatures for over 10 years now, so I am super excited to get a new set of science fiction miniatures. All right, let me pull this out, and this is going to be another one of those cases of I recognize this this person. It is glowing wings from one of the Alien Archives. I think maybe from the first one. Yeah. I am really liking that. I'm really liking the wings, the energy wings, that great big like sniper rifle she has there. Yeah. Yeah. I just can't for the life of me remember what the names of all these bizarre aliens are. But very cool. Sorry for hitting the camera. And let's see what else we got here. So again, 2 boxes with 2 size large, so that's a good start. Is maybe a void zombie. It looks like a space suit with an infected occupant of some kind. And yeah, I can't quite. Is that a Nihili, something like that? Yeah, I have a hard time reading these tiny transparent bases. Maybe I'll be able to blow it up and zoom in on it when I get this on the computer and figure it out. And here, oh, this is a starship. I didn't realize they were putting starships in this set. Very cool. The painting of the teeth and on the side of the cockpit there gives me like a World War II vibe, but you can see it's on a hexagon for its base. So this is like a medium-sized starship for Starfinder. That's fantastic. So now I don't have to keep using TIE fighters as my generic bad guy starships. And let's see what we've got with lucky number 3 here. And so I talked about the price before. I should always mention that when you buy these in bulk, so I buy them as a case, you are discounted per unit when you buy them in bulk as a case. And I don't think that Paizo has a subscription club for these yet, or subscription plan for the Starfinder minis yet, like they do for the Pathfinder minis. But if they start that, come on, camera, then that will save you even more. So yeah, so this is going to fall into another one of those. I know I've seen the art. I know I've seen these guys before, but I can't remember what they're called. But they are large-sized tusked aliens with 4 arms. And it's kind of cool how this guy's holding holding the rifle with 2 of his arms. Talking about multiple arms, I wonder if I'm going to get some Skittermanders in here. But yeah, 3 boxes, 3 large size, and yeah, I mean, I hope this focuses again. I really like the detail in the chest piece and whatnot on this thing. If my camera, come on, stupid camera. Yeah. Yeah, the detail in the chest piece and all that looks pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna put you down here. I think my favorite is still so far the one flying with the big sniper rifle. And it looks like a small size mini of some sort. Oh, it's the little, I think this is the SRO. It's a little sentient robotic organism, maybe. I think they're called the SROs. And during my Against the Aeon Throne campaign, one of my players was playing one of these until he died. People who say that Starfinder, nobody dies in Starfinder, not true. I had one player death in that campaign. He was isolated from the rest of the team and had to face a big bad evil guy, so that contributed to it. But yes, it still happens. All right, so it looks like maybe we've got some kind of a mystic here, some kind of staff wielding slug like mystic. Again, I like the stripes and the details of the outfit. I just don't know what this dude is called. Okay, so here comes box number 4. This is going to be the halfway mark for this brick of miniatures. All right. So let's get this guy out of hanging upside down. Oh, okay. There we go. Some sort of, gosh, again, cybernetic something or other. Metal limbs. This is another large base. Got, kind of a Borg vibe about him. Let's see if I can at least attempt to read this base. No, I can't really get it. Cybernetic something or other. But yeah, it's another cool, big, large mini. I'm wondering if this isn't a boss from one of the adventure paths. I'm wondering if they gave some consideration to how many minis from each of the already existing adventure paths they would try to put into the 32 figures available. Okay, and here's our first duplicate. We've got another swarm, which, people say duplicates are bad. I appreciate this because they're called the Swarm. And so I'm betting you're not going to be fighting one of them at a time. So I need multiples of the Swarm. Yeah, and here we go again. Another alien being that I recognize from one of the alien archives, and I just can't remember what he's called. But it's pretty cool. The headpiece is translucent. The same sort of translucent plastic they use for like spell effects and whatnot. Is what they made that one's head out of. All right, so that's the halfway point. So let's see what the back half is going to give us. So I think this is going to be number 5 out of 8. All right, so I think maybe we've got our first Skittermander. Yeah. So here we've got, I'm guessing, a Skittermander Solarian. Maybe that's the Skittermander's, energy weapon. I forget what they call those. But the little 6-armed purple Skittermander. And I've been thinking about using the Skitter Shot adventure to introduce some people to Starfinder. So all the Skittermanders I can get, the better. And here we have some sort of a canine wolf figure. Just looks like your normal everyday Woof, if not for the patch of yellow fur on its chest. Come on, camera. Yeah, okay, so there we go. So yeah, it's looks like your normal everyday wolf, except it's got like a weird separated jaw and some yellow on its chest. I am not familiar with this creature. Uh, and our large one, yeah, this I want to say this thing maybe it begins with a K. I think I recognize it from the Alien Archives and the Starfinder pawns. So some sort of like a lizard body, but a million little tentacles on its mouth or face. Um, yeah, I can't read. But cool. And again, another large. So I do think it's safe to say that they are sticking with the plan of one large figure per box. So one large and two medium or small, as opposed to one large and three medium or small that we get out of the Pathfinders. But $5 less. So we're not losing any larges in that discounted price. We're losing one medium or smaller for $5, which frankly sounds like a pretty good deal. Okay, so let's see what all we got here. We've got some weird pterodactyl raven alien bird thing. Let's get it out of its shipping container there. Oh, there's some little pockets or something under his wings. Yeah, cool. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Ginsel warrior, maybe something warrior. Some sort of crab alien with a rifle. Little metal pieces, maybe techno-organic sort of vibe there. Armored, crab thing holding a rifle. Here's another one of those guys with the yellow brain head. So two doubles out of our first brick so far. All right, just two left. Oh, wow. Okay. So, some sort of dragonkin. And again, I feel like I've seen the artwork with this person in it. But a dragonkin of some sort. And this is the biggest and the heaviest. I like the detail. I like the showing the scales on the neck. That's pretty cool. Yeah. And his battle axe on the back. This is another size large creature. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then we've got and those, was it Fomorian maybe? Something along that, something like that. Yeah, multi-legged, sort of a ant humanoid hybrid with a rifle. And a small size mini. Yeah. Winged snake thing. I wonder if this is one of those like Electivores or something. Sort of like the Starfinder version of a Minoc from Star Wars. I wonder if that's what that is. All right, so that's 7 booster boxes down, 1 to go. All right. Oh, cool. Yeah, so this is one of those, I guess, Uplifted Bear. I think that's what they call them, Uplifted. Basically, there's a series of animals that gained human-like intelligence. And I think they call them Uplifted. Come on, camera, work with me here. Here we go. So I think this is the Uplifted Bear. So basically, a large-size humanoid bear with a sweet battle hammer and armor on him. Yeah, I do really like the detail in all of these miniatures. I think that's probably very well done. Alright, so can I get the name? Yeah, I think maybe that's what it was, Uplifted Bear, something like that. Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the box or the brick. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean between that one and this cool one and probably the big dragonkin, like those are probably the ones that stood out. And I did get one starship out of the box too. So awesome. And only had two doubles, but again, I find value in having more than one of the minions and the spawn monsters and whatnot. That's all good news to me. All right, so that is the first brick. I got 3 more to go through, but I'm not going to subject everybody to watching me open all of those. Yeah, I think my initial impression was correct. These are cheaper. They do have one fewer. They're $5 cheaper, have one fewer miniature per box, but I still got at least one size large per box, and like they're not skimping on quality at all. So I think I feel pretty good about the smaller size, only 32 instead of 52 in the series, and 3 per box for the lower price. I really hope that these sell well enough to get another series put out, because it's super easy to find fantasy miniatures and it's not so easy to find sci-fi miniatures. So I need all of those I can get. All right, well, hey, as always, thanks for hanging with me while I open those up. If you have any questions about any of the miniatures, let me know in the comments. And take care. Happy gaming. See you next time. Bye.